how to approach and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Kind of break
Okay.
down that taboo. You down?
Yeah, I'm down.
Excellent.
I don't know how they're related, but I think mental health is a really important issue to, look into
Okay.
and research. Yeah, I mean, I think, positive sex education is important, and, I think sex is really taboo in a lot of areas where I think it kind of shouldn't be. As long as you're comfortable with your partner, I think it's important to discuss that. But if I'm going out with someone and the first thing they mention is like that they're into feet, I'm kind of like, okay, let's get to know each other maybe first. So, they get me where I need to go. They help me move. That's really it.
Okay. Physically, are there things that you say, I don't like this, or I like this about mine?
Pretty indifferent.
Okay.
About that. Yeah, maybe like twice a year. I mean, I paint my own toes, but like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to the salon every other
right.
week. Okay.
In the summer, like often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today we're sporting the boots here, the white boots. Okay. Let's take a quick peek. Okay. Back to you. So, how do you feel about that?
I mean, sorry, that was just kind of a lot of information.
Okay. But yeah, just acting opposite of your anxious feelings. Do you? How do you deal with things?
I mean, I kind of like to face things head on.
Okay.
But I know a lot of like mental health education is kind of geared towards women.
Okay.
And I think a lot of men kind of struggle with opening up about these feelings and being vulnerable and kind of taking their own mental health into like priority, because it's so like we're in a society where it's like, oh, man up, you don't have to have emotions, you don't need to show that.
Right.
So I think just kind of relating to everything you were saying, it's just like important to focus on your own mental health.
Agreed, 100%. How do you feel about guys that are into women's feet? They want to rub them, kiss them, lick them, smell them. How do you feel about that?
I mean, if it's in a consensual setting, I think it's, whatever you want to do. Just as long as you guys are both into it. That's
Okay,
great. Yeah.
okay.
I've met people that are, into feet and whatnot, which, that's cool. As long as, your partner is okay with that, then you do you, I know it's like the most common, like, kink, if you will.
yeah, it is one of those things and it's crazy because there is a whole other sub world out there regarding it.
Absolutely.
But it's right at the surface of mainstream versus underground. It's still underground taboo.
Sure.
But it's kind of like once the door is closed, so to speak, it's like everyone's talking about it behind closed doors, right? So, can we see what your feet look like outside of the shoes?
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay. Why is that?
Just because I'm not in the right setting. I don't feel like.
Okay, so we're outside.
It's
public.
I don't know.
Okay. So, in terms of the DBT, would that be something that we could apply here? Because you are feeling a bit anxious about it. But we're here, Millennium Park. The weather was decent. It's becoming a little rainy now. But we're here living in the moment. Would that be something you could foresee something positive happening? Because again, you ask yourself, what would be the worst thing that could happen?
Are you asking, like, why do I not want to show my feet?
Yeah, and then applying the...
Because it's kind of like a sexual thing.
Okay.
And I don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay, what makes it sexual, if you don't mind me asking?
You were saying you want to rub and kiss feet, which, like, that's great. But,
well,
like,
personally, I didn't say. I said, how would you feel if a guy wanted to do that? But, okay.
Okay, yeah. I don't feel comfortable with
that
right now.
Not a problem.
It's interesting. I haven't heard too much about correlation between mental health and feet.
Okay.
And it was positive thing to, I think, discuss. So, maybe don't ask to see the feet.
Okay. What now? I'm curious as your reasoning on that, if you wouldn't mind.
I just felt a little uncomfortable with it. I'm
Okay.
perfectly cool with like answering questions, but you know, it is a sexual topic, and I
Okay.
feel a little uncomfortable showing my feet on the internet when it is the topic of that.
We'll wrap
Sure.
up. Absolutely. So yeah. So again, folks, we just want to make sure that we're getting all responses. The yeses, the nos. What's your shoe size?
I'm an 11.
Okay.
A women's 11.
Perfect. Okay.
Well, good luck with your video.
Hey, thanks so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
We're signing out, folks.